I do not run FS Realistic. No, I'm using Chase Plane with the built-in real physics camera. Keeping things rolling as always. Been getting back into VATSIM after training on ATC for a while. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Best payware was for FS 2004. Yeah, nah, dude. That was well above my understanding back then, dude. So flight and accommodation cost me around $1,200 because I'm coming from Dublin, Ireland, and ticket was $90, so I think that's a good price. It's not bad at all, Max. Did I have the TDS 7.3? I don't ever remember that, no. Ever tried FS Realistic Plus? I have not, Oliver. I just don't, for me personally, man, I just don't see a need for it. For me, Chase Plane, the real physics camera, does everything that I want it to do. It was freeware off the AvSim library. I might have then. I don't remember it, but I might have. Hey man, Max, if you can sleep on a plane, kudos to you, brother. I cannot sleep on an airplane. I tried. I can get like 15-minute intervals in. That's about it. All right, see, our speed got a little bit away from us, so I'm going to throw out the speed brake here a little bit. See the speed creeping back to where we want, 280 knots. And then we're going to transition to 240 knots here momentarily as we descend through 13,000 feet. Speed brakes can go in, and we will go 10-10 on our hectopascales. Prepping for a spring snowstorm. Yeah, we're supposed to get that next week, Ken. It's supposed to be like 20 degrees tomorrow, 21 on Saturday, 20 degrees on Sunday, and then next week it's supposed to be +3 and snow. Figure it out. Again. Too excited when I'm flying IRL, can't sleep? Yeah. I don't know if it's excitement, I just can never like, I can never get myself in like the sleep mode. Saw some Sobachi girls in Mini not rated very good. I'll do some research. Fell asleep for 2 hours on a Q400 from Moncton, Ottawa a couple weeks ago. Brother, how? How? That thing literally rattles your brain. Hey, there you go, Max. Fingers crossed, my man. Fingers crossed, sir. If your dad is back, it's hard to sleep on planes, correct. Alright, there goes the speed, starting to slow down now, 250 or 240. We're going to help this process out a little bit. Get a little bit of speed brake out. Going is going to make me drop some serious cash with all these toys they're pushing out. Yep. Better build a home cockpit while you're at it, though. I feel like that's the only reasonable way of getting around it. Have this gift where I can sleep on anything and anywhere. That is definitely a gift. Or narcolepsy, one of the two. I have a buddy of mine that can literally fall asleep anywhere, any position. We always make fun of him. We tell him he has narcolepsy. Dude will be having a conversation with you, 30 seconds go by, you look over, he's sound asleep. Did you ever hear about the controversy with YouTube FSX Genius? Is that the guy that was taking orders for PCs and then never fulfilled them or something like that? He was always saying, oh, they're on their way, oh, the shipping got lost, blah, 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 blah. Is it that whole thing? I don't ever, I just remember hearing about it in passing, but... Q400 rides are almost Disney level? Correct. Yes, they are. He was building flight sim desktop machines and kept the money. Did he ever get caught? Like, did he ever get in trouble for any of that? He basically just stole a bunch of money from people. Wasn't it over like 10,000 pounds or something? Maybe even more? Military taught you to sleep in any condition? That I believe. That I believe, Kyle. You got 12 months in prison. Did he have to pay back the money he stole? That seems like a little slap on the wrist. Does that not seem like a tiny little bad boy? So this is all part of the scenery down here, chat, I believe. These are all the atolls. I think this is where all the rich people go. Here's like those, you know, you see all those videos? Look at that. So birdie. I can't believe we're about to land a 777 into the Maldives. Who's that man in the flight deck? Fire him. The food disclaimer would help, and now I'm craving jerk chicken. Ooh, brother. I haven't had jerk chicken in a while. I gotta go pick up some of that jerk marinade at Farm Boy. Something weird going on down there with some overlays. I gotta pick up that jerk chicken marinade from Farm Boy again. Make some jerk chicken on the barbecue. Funny thing about sleeping on a Q400, my seat was a window seat, 2 rows in front of the engine. It's that whoa, 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 whoa. That's the constant noise on a Q400. The props are going. These are resorts, they are. Yeah, that's where all the rich people go. Isn't this where you have to take the seaplane? You take the seaplane from Melee all the way down here. You feel bad again, I'm not rich, but I've stayed at the Ringali Hilton. I don't know where that one is. Is that one of the fancy ones, Nadia? Matt Hardy, aka FSX Genius, who was convicted of pocketing more than 17,000 pounds and failing to deliver computer flight simulation equipment to numerous customers in the UK and abroad. Yeah. Some people are willing to sell their souls, I'll tell you that. Need a little bit of drag. And then we need to get our intercept. So intercept altitude 2,000 feet. So we'll bug this down to 2,000 feet. We'll see where this leads us. I'm showing 15 miles from here. I think it's going to spit us out on a 10-mile final? Something like that. I am going to start commanding a little bit of a lower speed. I'm going to go 230 for now. I'm going to go flaps Uno. Leading edge should come out. There it goes. Very good. And I think that's our runway out there. That is our runway out there. Jesus. Alright, start slowing her down. 210. Making our turn inbound. I'm going to arm the localizer. And we're bang on glide path as well. So I'm actually going to arm approach. There's localizer and glide slope capture. Perfect. I'm going to go 190 on the speed. We're 13 miles out. 190 on speed. We'll go speed check. Flaps 5 degrees. AJ, what's up, my man? See you, brother. Magnus, good to see you as well, man. Has been a minute. Hope you're well. Traffic, Emirates 116 heavy is 12 miles on runway 18.
Tokyo approach, Techno 24, main fuel, we are low on fuel.
Alright, localizer glide slope captured. I'm going to arm the speed brakes. They are armed. Very good. Let's go 180 on the speed. Our VAP speed was 148. And we have some approach checklists to do, and then we've got our landing checklist. So speed brakes are armed, waiting for flaps and gear. Lee, good to see my man all the way from England. Hope you're well, dude. Alright, pen down. Waiting for the 2,500 foot call out. Should be happening right now. Any second. 2,500.
2,500.
Gear down. Nose lights on. Go Abs. I would be disappointed if they don't win this year, to be honest with you. Speed check. Flaps 15 degrees.
Clear runway 18
Alright. We're slowing her up now. Captain Lee. My man. Thank you, brother. No. Speed check, flaps 20.
And some yesterday, getting more Friday.
Hey man, stay safe, brother man. Stay safe. 148 on the VAP speed. Speed check, flaps 25 degrees. I am going to take control of the aircraft. Thank you. Alright, and I'm going to bring my trim reference all the way down like so. Very good. Ooh, she feels heavy, Jack. Alright, I'm going to take control of the throttles as well. I like doing manual throttle in this airplane. I know some people enjoy the auto throttle. I prefer manual throttle. Alright, there we go. She feels good. That wind is definitely blowing us off to the left side. We'll get on that. We'll get the sounds up.
1,000.
Check. Feels pretty damn good. I feel like I'm not fighting with the airplane like I used to. Feels nice. I just hope we don't absolutely butcher it into the runway. LA traffic Emirates 116, heavy short final runway 1. First time landing here, chat.
500.
Check.
400.
It's good, altitude's good. Watch that crosswind, it's really blowing us off here.
300.
Not a good way.
Approaching minimum.
There we go.
200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20.
Close.
10.
Hold. Oof. Very nice. Nose down gently. Reversers are out. Ooh, this thing feels incredible now. It's heavy, but it feels damn good. And 70 knots reversers to idle. Very nice. We'll kick off the auto brake. Very nice, my friends. Very nice. Welcome down to Melee for the first time. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. She feels great. Heavy. Definitely heavy on the control surface. That's what I was expecting. Feels nice. Cool. Vacate. LA traffic, Emirates 116, heavy vacated runway 1. Welcome down, my friends. Welcome down. Very nice. Now, I don't know what gate we should be going to. So I think we'll just pick one. Let's go over yon. I can't get any of these gates to work. If anybody owns the FSDG scenery, Do any of these gates work for you? Because they don't work for me. So I'm going to go to one of these gates down here. One of the walkout gates. Landing lights are off. Runway turnoffs can come off. Taxi light can go on. Strobe light can go off. Wing lights can go off. We're going to spool up the EPU. And then we'll get a nice little wing view. And we'll clean up the ground spoilers and clean up the flaps. Oh. There we go. Keybind conflict. Very nice. Let's go to gate Alpha 7. That looks about correct. Actually, no, we're going to be more towards Alpha 6. Let's go Alpha 6. This one. Select. No. Perfect. Should be straight in. Well, I guess we could have taken Alpha 5. That's okay. I'll take Alpha 6. Actually, I'll switch that and I'll just go to Alpha 5. Perfect. Great. Taxi light can come off. Get ourselves in here. We're like building something here? Well, I guess that's already built. Nothing to see with the flaps, correct. They don't work in real life? Oh, really? Interesting. Okay, then. Because, yeah, I was trying to get a screenshot for the stream, and I couldn't get any of the jet bridges to work, and I was like, wow, that's odd. But then I noticed that there's, like, construction barriers around it. Like, huh. Alright, so where are you taking me? I feel like my nose is going to be touching your nose. Stop. Good. Park brake on. Upstairs, EPU and EPU generators are on. Engine number 1 is off. Engine number 2 is off. You can stop you. You can stop you. We'll say an hour and 7 minutes on the flight time. Hour 17 gate to gate. Beautiful. Let's go upstairs. Let's go ahead and get the fuel pumps off. Very good. We'll get the beacon light off. We'll get the seatbelt signs and no smoking off. Very nice. Beautiful. Go to GSX. We'll request deboarding. Very nice. And then I don't know if I have to open up some doors. I'll keep an eye on that. It looks like they're somewhat opening by themselves. We'll have a seat. Let's look outside. See what things are doing. That seems to work. Seems to be deboarding. Well, if we're deboarding via bus, this actually shouldn't be that long of a turnaround. So that's a good start. Just we're not going to be boarding for one jet bridge. Work's smoking me. Uh-oh. That's not good. Dev Q&A just started and they were talking about the weather. Ooh, nice. Curious to see what they're going to be doing to Blues. Alright, chat. Solid landing into the Maldives. Very happy with that one for our first time in. What did the landing rate end up being? 65 feet per minute. Yeesh. Someone brought the butter. Oh, they're also using the wrong... Well, whatever. Fuck it. Doors. What do we got? Close, close. Are they waiting for one to open? I think they are. KFC, brother! Pizza Hut! Woo. I didn't mean to hit that view, but I just saw KFC, my man. What do we got? That door's open, that door's open, and I guess we just... That door's open too. Okay, all the doors are open. You should be getting off. Not in that way, chat, so go down. I guess they're waiting for the bus to show up, or are they walking in? They're probably waiting for the bus. We'll see. It's a float up KFC, right? That's what I'm saying. Sorry. When FSG made the scenery at the time the terminal was under construction, that's why the doors weren't working. The terminal is now operational, everything works, but FSG never updated the scenery. Oh. I bought this scenery so long ago, dude, and I haven't flown in. I think this was the first time installing this scenery. Pretty sure I bought it for 2020. It was on my Sim Market account. I went to go buy it again. I was like, wait, I own this. What are we waiting for the passengers here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, deboarding passengers now. Okay. Maybe it is a walkout gate then. I see some passengers walking out. Only 2. Hopefully we get more. Okay, there they go. And then we should get more up here as well. For the fancy business class. So it is a walkout gate then. Okay, cool. GSX profile is working exactly as intended. Ooh, little RJ. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Alright, let's go ahead and get set up for the return flight, shall we, friends? I'm going to change one number in our flight plan. And I will give us 300 and... Actually, let's go 291 passengers for the return. There we go. I'll book this. I'll get this. I'll generate that. I'll go to commands. I'll go to the route tab. Just to make sure we're all with the same routing. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Everybody's getting off my airplane. Very good. Although they're not using this jet bridge. Oh, there we go. One person's coming off, I guess. Okay, that's done, that's done. Let me pre-file on the network. Get that fired off. Very good. Let me go and disconnect and reconnect under our new call sign. Very good. That is all done. Let me get Flog running with updated information. Good. We are going yes.
We are running out of fuel. Request priority for landing.
We're going from VRMM over to VCBI. There we go. Banner should be updated up top with our new information. Very, very nice, my friends. Let me pull this open. We'll go flights, unload, import, sim brief, you. Very good. There's the return. Now, it did not give us an arrival, which I find a little bit odd. Should we not be on whatever that is? What arrival is that? The Lula 1 Alpha will take us to there. What's the weather doing? 140 at 5, which means that we would land runway 22. So I am going to add that into here. So I'm going to add the... Where the hell was it? This one. The Lula 1 Alpha. I'm going to add that to our route. And then I'm going to go and select our approach. We're going to do the ILS Zulu 22 from Sumox. Add that to the route. Perfect. There's our flight back into Colombo, friends. Very nice. Very good. Yeah, see, this whole deboarding process is going to take no time. Because we're boarding this way. Leaked, we have your address now? Wait, what? From Flog? No address in Flog. Agro, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. Hope you're well. GSX for the win on deboarding immersion for the sim? Agreed. Especially if you have a GSX profile. GSX can be a little bit wonky if you don't have a custom GSX profile, but thankfully there's a lot of great artists out there that make profiles like that. So, what was that just popped up? EZN, thank you for your subscription. Welcome aboard, my friend. In front of you is the old terminal, the small building. Got you. Okay. Yeah, I guess there's been, what, a massive increase in tourists coming down here, so makes sense. All right, let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's start getting set up here for the return leg, friends. So, we're going to go back to you. We're going to go flight bag. We're going to request our new data from SimBrief, Emirates 117 Heavy. Service from Mille to Colombo. 0 fuel rate's going to be 209.30, so basically 201. 467 on the return flight. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and go to reset, and I want to reset normal checklist. Perfect. Very good. And then I'm going to go to my route tab. I'm going to do my route request. There it is there. We're going to SimBrief route that. We're going to set payload. We're going to set fuel. We're going to select our route. Give that a couple seconds. Love your videos. Thank you, Archie. Appreciate you, mate. Glad you're enjoying the content, my good sir. JSX will also teleport you back to your departure airport. Dude, that was insane, man, last week. I've never seen that in my 5 years of using GSX. I've never once had that problem before. That was a weird one, dude. All right, let's load our flight route. Give that a couple more seconds to run through its checks. Joining from school, what up, Captain James? Good to see you, my man. Don't get in trouble. Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. Route, perf, init, uplink, that's all good. We got all that stuff. Let's activate and execute that. How beautiful. Let's go to departures. We said we were going to be on the Hockey. Where is it? The Hockey, are we in the 1 Bravo or the 1 Alpha? We are on the 1 Bravo. Hockey 1 Bravo, 18, execute. Arrivals, we said it was the, what did I say it was? The Lalu, what? The Lalum 1 Alpha. Lalu 1 Alpha. There it is there. Beautiful. We're planning for the ILS Zulu 22? Yes, ILS Zulu. Runway 22, and we want it via Sumax. And we'll execute that. Beautiful. Legs page. Oh, there's our first discount. We'll fill that. Wait. What? There we go. So from Lalum, it should take us to BI 456, yes, to 455, yes, to 54, 53, 52, and then Maybal to Sumax. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Maybal, Sumax, and then Kadir, Oniko, Ignil, and then in for runway 22. Beautiful. Everything is looking peachy, my friends. Dude, look at all the little islands and stuff out here. It's crazy. Should be a nice departure. We'll get actually Melee here off the right. You'll see it. Do I want to deboard the crew? No. Deboarding completed. Beautiful. Let's reload SimBrief. And we shall request boarding. Sure, you can attach the pushback tug. Good. Okay, everything's in there flight plan wise. Let's plug in some numbers here. 0 fuel weight 168.6. That's not correct. Come back here and go to FMC and go to route. And then do our route request, SimBrief, set payload, set fuel. Then go back to our NITREF. 0 fuel weight 200.9. That's correct. I'm going to go again like 7 on the reserves. Good. We're going to accept that. We're cruising at 370. Cost index is a little aggressive. I'm going to go like 35. I need 135. That's all good. We'll go to our thrust limits. We'll actually do the proper thrust rating this time. So go to performance tool. We'll clear that out. We'll import you. We'll select runway 18. We'll import from aircraft. We'll import the live weather. Flip that over to Hector Pasquale's and we'll calculate. So with like a takeoff D rate 2 with a cell temp of 45 degrees, which is a little bit more normal. Cell temp 45, takeoff D rate 2, climb D rate is in 2. Oh wait, you have to do that. Oh, okay, interesting. It's the opposite way. Usually you have to put your cell temp first, then select your D rate. I guess with the 777 you select your D rate. Vice versa, flipped as opposed to what it is on the 7.3. Takeoff flaps will be 5 degrees. CG weight will be 29% with a trim value of 475. And then we've got our V speeds. I'm showing 47, 50, 56. This is giving me 46, 50, 56. So basically the same thing. So we'll plug those numbers in there. Beautiful. Pre-flight is essentially complete. We'll head back over here. We'll watch the boarding process. Here they come now. Everybody's walking up to the airplane. Beautiful. We got everything set all ready to go, so we'll have a little bit of a stretch here, chat, before we get going. I heard you said you don't like Italians. Fiumicino. I learned a new one, CST, but I don't think I can say it in stream because it's kind of rude. But I'll DM it to you. Go to Bounce Now, Cap. Hopefully catch you later tonight. Take care, everyone in chat. Ian, have a wonderful day, my man. Thanks for hanging out, brother. Haktua. Fiumicino. FSX Geek, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Welcome back. We're flying from Colombo to the Maldives, and now we're going back from the Maldives to Colombo. Roma, Fiumicino. Spaghetti. Paisano. Are you noticing the new update with the 777? Absolutely, dude. It hand flies so much better. So much better. As long as you've got your trim set up properly, it feels so nice. I honestly feel like it's more of a butter machine now than it was before. I don't even know how that's possible, but it just feels like it requires a lot more input on the yoke, like a heavier flare, which in return feels better because the aircraft just settles so nicely. Yep, on the stream since you were flying X-11 from Guatemala. Thank you, Toto. Appreciate you, my friend. Flying from Dubai to Paphos right now in the PMG 73 Fly Dubai. Nice, that's a good one, man. Okay, what's up, brother? Good to see you, dude. Archie, good to see you as well, my friend. Pastafungi. Just gonna join you today, but I got busy with setting up my new yoke. Hey, I mean, new yoke. It's all good right there, my friend. Oh, dude, I love that this is a... we're boarding through 3 zones right now. This is beautiful. We're going to have this turned around in no second, in no time. Show my yoke sensitivities? Yes. I did not think that I was running a... basic controls on. I did not think that I was running a sensitivity curve, but apparently I am. So... there you go. That is how I'm running, and I'm doing this with all my airplanes. That is how I'm running. 029 with a 0.02 dead zone. And then a little bit, but barely noticeable on the roll. But the pitch is the main one. Supposedly GSX is working on dual jetway update? No. From my understanding, Mr. CST, GSX is already ready to go with dual jetways. It's a limitation of the sim right now. I believe that Microsoft has said that they are aware that it's something that people want, but I guess it's pretty low on the demand list, so... Whatever that means. How many does it cost for the 777-300ER? Thibaut, put exclamation point aircraft in chat, and then it'll provide you with a link to the PMDG website. I believe it is $69.99, something like that. $70 US. But exclamation point aircraft. Or there's a link in the description as well of the video, always.
Thank you for your cooperation.
I remember others telling us about limitations and then Tolis came around. Yeah. This is true. Mike. What's up, my man? Good to see you, brother. Welcome back, good sir. Hope you are well. Hope you are well. Sorry, I meant to get the boarding tubes on earlier. Ready for Expo? Not really. I mean, yeah, mentally, physically I'm prepared, but we're still 2 months away. Just under 2 months. Try not to get excited, because then it just feels like it never comes. How long does it take to install GSX? Depends on your computer. Could take 5 minutes, could take 15 minutes. Just, it has an installer, so you just watch the installer install. Before start checklist is good. Let's go to GSX and prepare pushback and departure. Thank you. Yeah, we're at 19.7. Right. Well, tune to him. Probably just going to give us a squawk code. And we'll grab the ATIS, which is ATIS Alpha. We can pause the music, get our sim sounds up, and And then we'll go to you on the Hockey 1 Bravo departure. I'm assuming we want to be facing north. Yes. And let me put this in here. And what does he call himself? Melee approach. Perfect. We have ATC Alpha.
Thank you for flying with Purple
Melee
Air.
approach, very good. Morning, evening, not sure where it is. Emirates 117 Heavy, IFR2 Colombo, please. We have ATC Alpha.
Remember also that no smoking is allowed anywhere aboard the aircraft. We thank you for your cooperation.
Clear to destination Colombo,
皆
as
様、お
filed.
待たせいたしま
One
した
Bravo departure,
今
runway
日も
right.
パープル航空をご利用いただきましてありがとうございますこの飛行機は約
Emirates 117 Heavy is cleared to Colombo, Hockey 1 Bravo departure, runway 18, initial climb 6,000, stalking 7422. We are ready for push
こ
and
の
set.
飛行機は全席禁煙でございます
Emirates 117 read.
皆様の
Correct.
ご協
And
力をお願いいたします
Alpha, state north, QNH 221.
Ready, push, face north 1010, Emirates 117 Heavy, thanks. All right, park brakes released. Look at that. Nice quick clearance, chat. That's how we like it. We're going to reset our block time. We'll turn that on now. We'll reset you. Good. I'll crank up the sounds. Everybody got your headphones on? Engine number uno to start. And intro fuel. And enjoy, friends. Maybe this way because it's a little bit louder. You're at 33,000 feet, no contrail? What airplane you in? Select your flight directors. Yes, we will do that. Brother. Good start on number one. Park brake set. We're going to recycle you, and you, and then you, and you. And then we'll go LNAV, VNAV. Very good. Let's go engine number 2 to start, and we will hit run. Enjoy. This one's even louder, Snaggy. Oh, someone's sneezing and coughing. COVID. COVID. The RJAA 1000? Get ready for it, Mr. Snaggy. Jesus, dude. I'm waiting for my headphones to just explode on my head with how loud that is. What a beauty. What mods is the cabin noise? That is the Boris AudioWorks sound pack. Boris. The man, the myth, the legend. Flaps 5 degrees, just 2 notches.
Tokyo approach, level 81 is receiving 12,000 descending. We have information control.
到着便のご案内をいたします。オレンジ航空
There we go, flaps, beautiful, and we'll go auto brake, RTO, anti-ice, not required, recall has been checked. Flight controls, free and clear, beautiful, ground equipment is clear as well, before taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist, flaps are 5, that is complete as well. Beautiful, runway taxi. Approach Emirates 117 Heavy, ready taxi.
Emirates 117 to hold position for a moment. Your track witness outdated scenery. will be departing from the old runway 18.
No worries for Emirates 117. Boris. I'm flown the 300ER. The sounds are spot on. They are. Yeah. Well, Boris records them from real airplanes, right? So, yes, they are fantastic. A couple things that we need to do here, chat. Initial climb was bumped down to 6,000. So we'll plug that in. And checklist is complete. Everything's ready to go. We're all set. We're just waiting for a Fly Dubai 7-3 to pass us by here. Oh. There he goes. Why were you so light in the first takeoff? It wasn't. It's because we did a no D-rate takeoff. 107.1 on the N1. We were literally rocket ship status. Literally a rocket ship. It was requested. As a man of the people, I do what the people request. Sometimes, not all the time. Captain, using the TTA quadrant for the 777, reversers won't stow. Any tips on the throttle curve? What do you mean the reversers won't stow? So pop your reversers open and then push the throttles forward.
Guided by 135, 30 degrees at 9 and off, runway 18, let's take off.
Yeah, we hit 8,700 feet per minute at one point, and then throttle climb kicked in. Paris, Tokyo? Ooh, nice Croatia. Enjoy that, man. It's a long road. Enjoy that one, brother. That's why I said within limits, Harold. Within limits. Wait, where's he going? Why does it look like he's... Was that like the old runway or something? And then they turned it into a taxiway? I'm very confused. Oh well. Must be. He's on the taxiway. He's using the old scenery runway. Got you. Okay. He's smoking.
Please proceed to gate
V1.
17 immediately.
Rotate. Meow. See ya. He's smoking, Chad. He's smoking. Cooling point, Charlie. Via Bravo 4. All right. Good. We're going to go out this way. We're going to get our taxi lights on. What are we doing tonight? We're doing some cargo tonight. We're going to do some EVA Air Cargo, Toronto to Chicago O'Hare.
Guided by 135,
have to remember how long this airplane is. It's like driving a semi-truck. Take those turns real wide. So this used to be the runway. Interesting. There you go, Croatia. Nothing wrong with that. After your time with the 700, what are your thoughts on it? It's another 737. It's enjoyable to fly. I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's a must-have. If you're a fan of the 700, you'll probably enjoy it. Definitely a new flight model, though. It flies different than the 800 and the 900, I will say that. Cap, do you recommend the 777-200 or 300? Depends. They're both solid. It's not like there's much of a difference between the two. You're just looking at like the length, right? That's really the only difference. Some storms over that way. What a beautiful airplane. I hope I'm still on the taxi line. I am. Perfect. We can do that again. I'll ask you, have you tried the wing control products? The only wing control product I have is the Airbus McDo. Look at her. What a beauty. Very similar to Addis, they taxi on the runway as well. Not sure if it's an active one or not. This is not active. This is a taxiway now, I believe. Alright. I think we can continue down this way. Runway 18 cleared for takeoff. Just to confirm, I'm at Delta 3 right now. Should I take this entry in?
Correct, Emirates 117, negative. Continue straight ahead. Over
okay, wants us to Delta 2. Perfect. Good. What do you get, 787s? Or sorry, 767s? No. There's one in development by Bluebird, but it is not ready yet. They're coming out with their 7.5 first. I'm assuming this is where they extended the runway out this way. I'll try and get us a good view from this view on departure. Sky Dubai was me, had to pull a Harrison Ford for you guys because my scenery. Nice. Used to like, I still like the Flight Factor. I don't think there's anything wrong with Flight Factor. I just don't use X-Plane really anymore, right? So. What is your assumption on the next plane in our hangars? Probably the 220. I think it's going to be the 220, then the 75, then the 787. I think that's how this year is going to go. Maybe if we're lucky, we get a 7.4 from PMDG. But my guess is the 7.4 from PMDG is going to be the 100. So I'm not really interested in that. Taxi lights are off. Landing lights are on. We'll get our wing lights on here as well. We're going a little bit quick. Sorry. And we'll go ahead and line ourselves up and take off, my friends. Control can come online. Sounds can go up for departure. Taking off with the wind? Yes. It's going to be a slight crosswind, but yes. Slow it down to about 5 or 6 knots and then make that turn over. Should be good right about there. Kick it over. Start going with healthy meals. Nice. Good shit down. Like, you'll feel so much better, my man. Trust me. Somebody who used to eat like shit and now doesn't. feels so much better. All right, y'all ready to go? Let's do it. Throttles up to there about 40%. Slight nose down pressure. We'll go and get our chrono turned on. And we're stable and toga. Beautiful. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's rolling. There's 80 knots, we're neutral. A little bit into the wind.
V1.
Rotate. Pause rate. You're up. There's melee. That's literally the whole city. I'll bring those sounds down so I can hear the ATC. Look at that view out there. That doesn't ever get sick, right? Cool place? Very cool place, dude. Very cool. Alright, let's get a little bit of trim. Down. Speed check, flaps 1. Passing through 2,500 over to 170. Time for level 280 over to 170. Alright, 280's in. 220 speed check, flaps clean. Wait, EPU still on? No, it's not. Nuh-uh. Oopsies. Alright, let's get our nose light off, runway turn-offs, and wing lights off. Our sim sounds down a little bit. See direct hockey for 170. Alright, direct hockey, execute. Make our left turn. 777 Tri-Jet, exactly my thoughts, sir.
Contact. Your departure. Techno 720 approaching. Keep 7 gateway. Spot 29. You up 600. Climbing to 720.
Have a nice flight. Thank you, Keith Sanders. That's, man, beautiful. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. We'll go autopilot on. I'll bring you back up into the flight deck. We'll go upstairs. We'll get the landing lights off. The rest of the lights are good. Sweet. Gonna keep the seatbelt signs on because I think we're gonna come through a little bit of bumps up here. Passing through some of these clouds. Gustavo, welcome aboard, man. Hope you're well, brother. Sounds amazing. Yes, they are. There's the airport we just departed out of, chat. Definitely have to come back here. That was a lot of fun. Okay, I managed to get my reverses working with the 7.3 my TCA. The button is now under slew Y-axis translation, which is weird. Huh. Houston, what's up, man? We're flying from Malé, the Maldives, to Colombo, Sri Lanka. Standard barrel is in. Continuing that climb, we cleared us up to flight level 280. Honeycomb yolk or Boeing yolk, which one do I get? Boeing yolk, all day long. Very confident with that answer. As somebody that's used both, Boeing yolk, for sure. Especially flying these commercial airliners. Few little bumps. Take the 350 next. That could be fun. Are there any long hauls into the Maldives? That'd be kind of fun for sure. Alright, seatbelt sign can now move to auto. Through most of that cloud. Should be a nice climb up from here, friends. Roy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome back. Hope you're well. How about a couple pen clicks? We already got a few in. We'll get a few more. Can never be too safe, right? Did Edelweiss Zurich to Malé with the 350? I feel like that's a long-ass flight. Pretty sure BA flies there from Heathrow? Holy. What's the altitude going to be? We're cruising at flight level 370. We were 36,000 on the way here, 37,000 on the way back. Oh, Mr. First Officer wants to come say hello.
We will be taking a photo. Please make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened.
Hello. Do New Zealand to LA ultra long haul? Yeah, I don't know about that one. What do you think about that? What do you think? You think we should do New Zealand to Los Angeles? That's too long. Too long. Some puppy. It's you, Henry. Hello? You're the most handsome puppy boy. Maldives to Fiji? No kiss? No kisses? Henry. Kiss? Stolen. Gotta get some narco flying, deliver the stretching material. I'm not much of a GA flyer, to be honest with you. Singapore flies the 350 to Malé. Ooh, that could be a fun one, then. That could be a fun, like, weekend Sunday stream or something like that. Okay, you can get down.
Please refrain from using the lavatory thereafter. Thank you.
Good boy, Mr. Henry. First officer just needed a few little cuddles. You funny hug for me? I have a dog, Black Lab, mixed bronzies. Nice, very cool. Henry is he's all over the place. He's kind of a mutt. He got you to stream with the new TriStar at some point? No, not really my style of plane, Phil. Although it looks great, it looks interesting. Just really not my style of flying, dude. Not at all. This is more my... I am a... As chat likes to razz me about, I am a child of the magenta line. That's what chat likes to call me. Child of the magenta line. That's me. I'm proud of it, too, to be honest with you. Proud. Flight time back was, they're saying an hour and 15 minutes for the flight time back. I'm not quite sure. I guess the winds are going to change. No, Singapore with Singapore Airlines. Yeah, we'll definitely have to circle that one.
Sure. Have a good one.
122.8. Thanks for ATC. Have a great afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Thanks. Alrighty, over to advisory. Very good. We're on our own. I got flight level 370 plugged up now. 10,000, 9,000 more feet to go. We're good on that one, so next will be our descent checklist, and we'll bug that like so. Perfect. Did a PPL check ride on Friday. Instructor flew with, is a current 777 captain for KLM, flew PA-28 with me on Friday and a 777 to Mexico City from Amsterdam on Saturday. Wow. That's pretty badass. Petite Caprice, welcome back, my friend, into business class. Regional floaties to you. Thank you very, very much for support. Truly appreciate that. Did you not fly the Mad Dog? That's older than the TriStar, isn't it? I don't know. The Mad Dog has VNAV, LNAV, and all that stuff, so that's why I would fly that one. You hear the rumor that United CEO wasn't to buy American and merge them? Wanted to buy American and merge them? I don't know if that'll ever happen. United and American merger? How about that? You flew the 777? Very cool. How long is this flight? 1 hour and 15 minutes is what it's scheduled for. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Are there a bunch of islands down there, or is that just shadows? I think that's just the shadow of the cloud on the water. Welcome back, Caprice. Thank you for support, my friend. I feel that wasn't your original name. That'll never happen? No, never, ever, ever, ever. Those airlines are way too big. Tried to go through this role. My parents were when my plane was flying, but I'm back now. Welcome back, Office 6. Good to see you, brother. Thank you, Archie. Loving the votes, man. Thank you, Wait, the TriStar does not have VNAV and LNAV? No, it's like VOR to VOR. Or what do you call those? It's got like the INS. There's no... Now, you can retrofit it with a Garmin 530. But yeah. Cam, open the door and do some fishing. Can you drop down to about 3 feet? If only this 777 could turn into a helicopter. Hey Cap, haven't turned into streams since I was in 10th grade. I'm now 21 and serving the U.S. Navy, and you're still killing it. You go, man. Hey Bryce, thank you for your service, sir. More importantly, thank you for the continued support, man. Good to see you back, dude. I hope you're well. You can't say never, but right now, no. Correct. 4 hours left of my 777-200 ops from Denver to Honolulu. Nice. That's a long flight, dude. It's a long flight. Denver to Honolulu. I don't think we've ever done that. Anytime I go to Honolulu, it's either out of San Fran, San Diego, or LA. Short as possible. Still ends up being like 4.5, 5 hours, right?
Thank you.
皆様、まもなく最終の着陸態勢に入ります。
Alright, well, we're out of ATC range, which means back to the tunes. Coming up on 35,000 feet, climbing 37,000. Flight level 370 will be our final today. And And it looks like it's commanding quite a... Looks like it wants Mach 0.82 for cruise. Hopefully we don't catch that fly-by in front of us. They're right now either. It's a little bit odd. So there was a Rio City pack that was released. It looks awesome. Rio City pack? I did not. Do we really need it? With like the handcrafted and... Interesting. I only flew the 777 $200 from Budapest to Shanghai. Nice. What's the plan for this week? Your guess is as good as mine, my man. I only know what we're doing tonight. We're doing EVA Air Cargo. I don't know what we're doing on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what we're doing Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Undecided as of right now. Send you a link to the preview video. Cool. I'll have a look after the stream. Right? I know there's 3 Navy guys here. Me, CST, Bryce, and Bravo Zulu. Nice. Hell yeah, boys. Let's do Denver to Fog. United 1736. That'll be fun. Back to Fog to Kaden. United 1735. Even better with a 7,000-foot runway. But what airplane do they send on that? Probably just the MAX. Went to 300 ER. Got you. Send the link in chat. What link? You can't send chat. Only I can put links in chat. Just put it in the Discord. Put in the Captain Canada Discord. MSFS post.
Flight 250.
Wait, United sends a 777? Really? Just curious, Cap, how do you stay passionate about sending when you do this for a living? Like, most jobs get boring if you do it so much. Curious. Do it so much, so just curious. It's great that you still love it. The reality of it is I look at this as a business. I started doing this out of like a passion, right? Like out of just my love for flight sim. And I turned it into a business. And I gave myself goals. And I really feel like it's the goals that I've set for myself that allow me to continue to do this and continue to be passionate about it. I also look at myself now as like kind of like a veteran of flight sim, if you will. And there's so many new people that come into this hobby, and I feel like being a voice of whatever it may be, even if I help them with, you know, I don't really do tutorials, but like I always tell people, if you come in here and you sit down for half an hour and you watch me start up a plane and program and stuff like that, you'll get it. It's the same as like a tutorial, right? But no, the reality of it is, dude, I look at it as a business, man. I look at it as I've been given this opportunity that not a lot of people get. I think we can all agree on that. You know, full-time streaming or full-time content creation, you know, unless you're making clickbaity videos and shit like that, or IRL videos, nobody really gives a shit, right? So it was, I just really took this opportunity, and I just constantly remind myself how lucky I am to call this a job and to be able to walk 30 steps from my bedroom to my streaming PC setup with my green screen and go live. And, you know, to be fair, as the exact same point, the community is what keeps me going in reality. There you go. Apparently we still live in igloos up here. But yes, it's the community as well, man. The community that I've built on YouTube for the people that tune in here week after week and help support the channel through donations or gifted members or just being a member themselves. I just constantly remind myself how lucky I am to be able to do this and to be able to call this a job. Like I said, not a lot of people can get to do that. Not a lot of people can say that, especially when it comes to something as super niche as like flight sim. There's only a handful of people that do this full time, right? Like in reality. There's really only a handful of people. Like I can think of maybe 5 or 6 off the top of my head. So I really just force myself to focus on this being a business and treating it exactly like that, right? Treating it like a business, but also the whole human aspect of it, of not taking every sponsorship that comes knocking, and I try and keep it flight sim related or flight sim peripheral related through sponsors and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a good question, because you know at the end of the day, I'm a human being as well, and I'm not going to sit here and say that sometimes I'm not bored or worn out or tired of doing this, because there are days, just like anything in life, man. That's the reality of it, is when you do something that's so repetitive over and over and over and over and over again, yeah, eventually it's going to get to a point where it, you know, it wears off. The excitement kind of wears off. But I think we found a really good schedule, and I think another thing that keeps me going is switching airplanes every week. Flying an airplane for a week and then switching. It gives me something to look forward to, but it also, I think it allows me to really like focus on flying an airplane and fly it really well for a week, and then moving on to another airplane, and then kind of just like rotating back and back and back. It always keeps me entertained, and it always keeps me interested. Also, flying all over the world helps as well. Flying in Europe, flying in Australia, flying in North America, flying in South America, up in Canada. Just fly everywhere, man. You know what I mean? What's the plan for this evening? 777, we're doing cargo. We're doing EVA Air, Toronto to Chicago O'Hare. Yes. Just love the effort you put in the streams. The quality gives us flight simmers really is people. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's very kind. You helped me so much learning flight sim, so I thank you for spending time doing this. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that, man. How much do I pay for my internet? $79.99 a month. $79.99. It comes to just under $90 after tax. Hello, Henry. RJ, what's up, my man? 33 months. Is 33 months with the best around? I'll stretch to that. My man. Say less, brother. Say less. Time to stretch, chat. Know the rules, chat. Top of descent's at 170 miles. So, 20 minutes. 20 minutes to stretch. Appreciate you doing this. I've learned a lot, and I'm sure others have too. Do your thing, man. Well, that's it. Like I said, man, at the end of the day, you know, my main focus and my main goal with this entire thing is to show people that like average, regular people like myself can do this and can be successful at doing this. You know what I mean? That's like my number one thing is just that, like, your average everyday Joe can learn enough to enjoy flight simulation. I'm not saying that I do things by the book or that I do things 100% correct or by SOP or by checklists. You guys know that's not really my style. I'm more of like get in and fly it. Get in, force myself to learn it and fly it, right? And I think, you know, it's. I think I'm relatable, and I think that's why my channel has been successful over the years. It's because I'm a relatable person. I think people can relate to me because, let's face it, as we know and through surveys, you know, 90 to 95% of people that are doing flight sim weekly are not real-world pilots. So there's that relatability factor of me not being a real pilot. Now, I know there's been a huge influx of real-world pilots streaming since, you know, before COVID and when COVID happened. Yeah, I think it's nice that we can be relatable. You know what I mean? Yo, sorry, can't relate. It's possible to get bored of flight simming. I mean, yes and no. Yes and no, right? As I was saying, the more regions you can fly, the more places you can visit, that will make it that much better, in my opinion, as well.